Come in. Hey Phil.
Hello. Good morning.
Championship leader at the moment. How's qualifying go for you?
Oh, impressive. Personal bests.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What'd you run?
I run a 14:53.
Nice.
So, and then a 14:58.
So you qualified.
Well, first run was 22nd because I broke up badly. Second time, 7th. So not bad.
Sure.
In the top half.
Who did you race today?
I'm racing Nigel Coulson in the Seat Cupra. So yeah, it should be a good match. He's very similar speed, so looking forward to a good one.
Good luck. Good morning. How did you get on with qualifying?
First round was 0.2 off, so I ended up 5th on that, and then I didn't improve on the second run, so I ended up finishing 13th.
Okay. Who are you racing?
That's put me against Lawrence.
Oh, nice.
So
you got to basically help your dad out.
So I've got a 7-second head start on him.
Nice. But that's it. But obviously, Lawrence is trying to chase your dad down in the championship. Obviously, you want to get as many points as you want, but try and help him.
Do our own thing, won't we, and see what happens as long as we get somewhere close.
Cool. Good luck. Labusha, #1 qualifier.
Yep.
You changed gearbox?
Yeah,
Everything all good now?
All good. Got a buy run for this one, so just to check out past, make sure everything's good.
That's perfect then, really.
So yeah,
a new part on it.
Yeah, it just cost. Yesterday's run cost a diff, and that was it. So it is what it is. We've got the spare gearbox, put it to good use, and hopefully do well today.
Right. Good luck. Right. To VW Sportsman. Right, first pair then. Darren Walsh. That's right. Darren Walsh's birthday today. And it's his first ever round of eliminations as well. Turned 16 recently. It's his first ever race meeting. So well done to Darren. Taking on Tom Circuit now. Let's look a quick look at the dial-ins before they get to the stripe. 1683 plays 1835. And a 1702. Darren Walsh takes the win with a Golf GTI. Right, as Dan Brioche comes to the line, he's on a buy run, gives us a chance to get the VWDRC headline sponsors announced. And that is GP Turbos, Hangar 13, the Car Kitchen, which obviously Dan Brioche knows very well indeed, CG Motorsport Performance Clutches, R-Tech Performance, White Label Consulting and Managed Services, Pro Race Engineering and Dark Side Developments. Again, thanks to Luke for all of his sterling work and getting all that information together, and also get the sponsors to get involved in the sport as well. Young Dan goes just under 14 seconds. When I say just under, 13.9998 at 103 miles an hour. Right, race time. Nigel Gregson taking on Paul Robinson. The Skoda Octavia, 16 seconds flat. Paul Robinson going to be chasing. He does a 14.69 with the Audi TT. Well, the cars approach half track. It looks like Paul Robinson's drawn alongside. They get to the strike. Yep, 15.83 takes them into a lose-out 18.1. There's a shame that because Nigel had a 0.2 light. But it is Paul Robinson that takes the win. Connor Jones and Lawrence Clark up next. All right, there goes Connor. And there goes the Thunderbuck in pursuit. Had to wait 6.3 seconds. That's the difference on the tree between 20 seconds and 13.7. And a 13.69 breakout takes it. Oh no, breaks out, doesn't take it, apologies. 20.14, Connor Jones is your winner. All right, Martin Ayton taking on Justin Foley. $15.80 plays $15.35. Green light drag race. Oh, nip and tuck at the stripe, this one. And it is Martin Ayton that takes that one. 16.27 against a lose-out 15.74. All right, the hits just keep on coming. VW Sirocco taking on the VW Golf. It's John Gallant with the Sirocco, 17.95, taking on Steve Stone with the Golf, 15.90. .05 seconds difference between these two off the line. There goes John with the Sirocco, and Steve Stone sets off. Try and close that gap down. $18.77, not good enough from John. It's Steve Stone that takes the win there with a 16.31. Right, it's the Craw Dog himself, John Crawford. 15.75 his target, going alongside Laurie Anslow with the Beetle, which is cunningly disguised as a Skoda this weekend. Dialing in a 16.50. We do look forward to seeing Lady Baja come back out again. But in the meantime, it is the Skoda that Laurie is going to be doing her racing in. $16.15 from John Crawford takes the win. 17.08 for Laurie Anslow. So John Crawford is through. Nigel Coulson taking on Phil Jones. 14.30, place 14.45, just 1500ths of a second difference between these two on the tree. And it's going to be the Audi A3 leaving first. And yes, it is. It's Nigel Coulson got there first, but broke out. Went 14.25 on the 14.30, so Phil Jones takes the win. Next up, Bruce Harvey with the Greenpeace Racing Golf going alongside Andrew Bambrick with the Mark II. Both of them dialing in 13 flat. Makes life a little bit easier for us in timing in the tower as they be leaving the line at the same time. Well, the tree's going to run at the same time. Whoever reacts better will obviously have an advantage. Well, Andrew way out in front. Yeah, easy one for him, 13.90. Problems for Bruce. Just coasting up towards the stripe. Hopefully he'll make it. Yeah, he crosses it at 27 miles an hour. So Andrew through to round number 2. Green light drag race. So has Jerry got enough to drive round Polly? It's pretty close at the moment. Yeah, 16.06, 87 mile an hour, win margin 0.04 of a second. Polly goes through with a 16.11, but it is Jerry into round number 2. Lottie Bradford and Steve Metcalf, your next pair. 17.95 the dial in for Lottie, 16.70 for Steve. Both away. And it's Lottie Bradford that takes that one, 17.99 against a lose out 17.20. So well on to Lottie. All right, last pair then. Morgan Wilson taking on Emma Sadler. 17.90 for Emmy, taking on 15.80 for Emma, 2.1 second difference. Well, just going past the 1,000-foot blocks, heading towards the stripe, pretty close. 15.07, a breakout for Emma Sadler, so Morgan Wilson takes that. Nice run as well, 17.92 on a 17.90. So it is Morgan that goes through into round number 2 in VW Sportsman. We move on to VW Pro. Jacob Bailey taking on Jonathan Newell with the Cupra, the Lagster as he calls it. 12 flat dial in for Jonathan, 9.95 for Jacob. side by side. 12.17 on a 12 flat against a 10.33. The win margin 0.02 to the Lagster. Whoa, that was a close one. But it's Jonathan Newell that goes through. James Hodson and Ian Dale up next. The strip burner Beetle taking on the Golf. 12.10 plays 10.70, 1.4 seconds difference on the tree. Oh, James has gone past already. Goes through with 11 flat against a lose at 12.73. So well on to James. Graham Fairhead with a misfit. Type 3, number 1 qualifier, looking for 11.15 to match his darling. And it's Sam Young with the current Beetle, 9.95. The darling for the electric Beetle. Absolute work of art, and the engineering that's gone into this is staggering. So Graham Fairhead takes that one, 11.50. Against a lose out 10.75. So don't forget, the current Beetle is just a continuous development project. But nevertheless, it's still a race, and Graham Fairhead taking the win. All right, Phil Blogg, Charlie Roberts. Phil dialing in 11.60, staggering numbers from the caddy considering he hadn't run an 11 before this weekend. Qualified with an 11.69. Sorry, yes he did, yeah. Oh, very close at the stripe. 11.77 takes it there, Phil Blogg. From a lose out, 11.55. That was actually a breakout as well. Last pair in VW Pro, and it's Luke Stevenson with the dragster, 8.39 dial-in. Wow. Against Jake Fronda, 11.60 with the Audi TT. And it's Luke Stevenson that takes that 8.55 against a loser at 11.93. Win margin 0.14 of a second. So Luke Stevenson goes through. Will be racing Jonathan Newell. James Hodson taking on Phil Blogg. Graham Fairhead's going to get the bar.
How'd you go on?
I lost.
Oh.
Not by much though. A loss is still a loss. I was racing the seasoned veteran, that is Martin.
Okay.
Wheel span off the line, but it was close, and I'm quite happy. Yeah, the TT did what it did, and now it's concentrating on Mark II for Bug Jam now.
Yes.
Because the championship's gone for me, so it's like, right, Bug Jam, let's go play.
So we changed from the start of the weekend to I'm doing this to now Red Dwarf is back.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty much 2 weeks.
How'd you get on, Lawrence?
Afraid to say I lost. Very close race though. 7 1/1000ths in it, I think. But yeah, out on round 1. Very, very good close race. Very happy with that. So.
The son of the championship leader did his job.
Yes, he did indeed. Yeah.
Full
Afraid to
green
say.
light. Oh, yeah. Bug Jam. Bug Jam.
Bug Jam's next, so we'll hopefully get something better there.
Yeah.
Get some more
Did
points.
well last year, though. Number 1 qualifier.
Yes. Yeah. Number 1
Keep that
qualifier
next
last year, so it'd be nice.
Sure. How'd you get on, Steve?
Knocked out. Lost to Lottie Bradford. Launched hard, spun the wheels up 0.4 from normal 60 foot, so catching up didn't quite work out. But it's fine. She's through. She ran a PB. Good for her.
Oh, well.
It's good.
Looks
nice.
to roll on to Bug Jam.
Exactly.
The party's going to happen. Good luck. John, how did you get on round one?
Yeah, we got through. Always tough against Lowry, but we were past her by about 3:30, so we were able to feather it. And I think she's struggling a bit with the car at the moment. So, yeah, we got through. It's the first round's always the toughest, they say.
Nice. And with Lawrence knocked out in round one.
Well, it puts a little bit of space between equal third. The top two, though, Paul and Phil, they're both still in now, and I've got Paul next round.
Nice.
So that'll sort stuff out one way or another. So,
Cool. Good luck in round two.
thank you very much.
Good, very good. Good to see you back, Steve.
Yeah.
Was it this time last year that you won?
No, I came second to John last year.
Okay. You got to the final.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
looking to are you still in after round one?
Yeah. Beat John with the Scirocco.
And Nigel, how's your first event going?
I am knocked out because I went too fast. I was slowing down, but I still went too fast. But I've got to work out how fast the car goes.
Yeah, that's
which is
it.
faster than I think it is.
You'll know for bug jam.
I'm also trying not to break it because I've got to go to work on Monday night. So.
There is that.
But it's a good laugh though.
Yeah, good. But enjoyed your first race, man.
Yeah.
Bit of a short one with the rain yesterday, but
It was a short one. But I think what I should have done today is to go slow. I should have put the aircon on and been more comfy, and then not gone as fast because of the aircon. Because I was 500ths over my time. There you go. Well, it's been a good laugh.
cool. Roll on the bug jam then.
Yeah, definitely roll on to
Roll
bug
for
jam.
bug jam.
Right, Emma, you lost in round number one. What happened?
I went too fast and got a new PB. What can I say?
That's it. And I heard you buttering up Colin as well.
Oh, I might have taken up a couple of treats for him.
I don't think they've gone anywhere in the tower.
Have
Literally,
they not?
Colin's eating them himself.
Has he? Oh, bless him.
Oh well, we'll see the Candy Queen at Bug Jam.
We will indeed.
Through to round two against me.
Oh, really?
I believe so. That's what I've been told.
Interesting.
Who did you race in round one?
Jacob Bailey.
Yes. How did the race go?
Oh, beautiful. So our whole game plan was to we've been working on the car since the start of the season, trying to get it to launch correctly. We've done a few upgrades on it now, but yesterday we've had issues with boost. We've eliminated those now and also turned the car up.
Yeah.
So now we've got the opportunity to play around with our bracket, and so if we get our 60 foots down, we can mess around up the top end of the track.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I got my 60 foots down, kept the same high dialing, and then slowed back down at the top end of the track. Watched him in my mirror, got back in it.
Nice.
And success.
Good. Wow.
Yeah.
So well, actually, no,
Just
he was
watch
a quick
yourself.
guy. You watch myself. That's it. Don't you worry. I'm racing my own game.
Yeah, that's it.
See you in round two. Well, the winning weekend is still going on. Into the 11s and now into round two.
Into round two.
Who are you facing in round two?
James, number one.
Number one.
Hodgson.
And
But not for long.
You're going to do it this time, aren't you?
It's got to be done, hasn't it? We need him out.
We do.
But he is very, very good. I've got
And
to
then
say.
also Graham on the same side of the ladder as you. He's got to buy into the next round.
Has he?
Yeah. So Graham, who's now leading the championship, got to buy into the semi-final.
Wow.
Who will face either you or James.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Weather's great.
You've got to beat the
It's
best to win it.
perfect. Of course you do. We're here to do it.
So who's through?
Hodgson's into the next round. You're facing Blogger. I just bumped into him. He's excited.
He is very excited. Yeah. He's got lane choice as well.
Has he?
He has.
Do you think that comes into play much today?
No.
No.
Not really.
Not with a jam. Nothing gets in your head.
Well, I get my own head.
Well, Bloggo, and then Graham's got to buy
He has, yeah.
into the next round where you will possibly meet him.
Yep.
So,
That was a good
all to
time.
play for.
Indeed.
Good luck.
All right, we look into VW Sportsman. Andrew Bambrick and Martin Ayton. The dial-ins then. 1580 plays 1353. Martin will be leaving first. And off he goes. Andrew in chase mode. Getting very close at the stripe. 1587 takes it for Martin Ayton. Andrew Bambrick goes 1368, but the reaction times 03 for Martin, 02 for Andrew. They were both going for it, but it is Martin that takes that one. Well done to him. John Crawford and Paul Robinson. Going to be racing Martin in the next round, but which one of them? 14.69 the dial in for Paul Robinson, but it's going to be John Crawford leaving first, wants 15.80. Both off and running, both with green lights. Now we've got to see who's going to be the bravest at the stripe. Crawford's on the brakes. Wow, what a breakout that was from John Crawford. Still on the brakes, only crossed the line at 69 miles an hour, and he breaks out by 0.3 of a second. Wow, so it's Paul Robinson that goes through. He runs a 14.71. Connor Jones and Phil Jones. Pick your dragon wagon, basically. $20 seconds is the dial-in for the Beetle in the Kestrel Beer Lane. The Audi A3 dials 14.45. Oh, as they head up towards the stripe, it is double breakout. But Connor Jones goes further under, goes 19.72 on a 20. So a 14.44 takes the win. So it's Phil Jones that goes through. All right, Lottie Bradford and Jerry Sadler. Winner to this takes on Phil. $17.98 pays $15.91. Lottie will be leaving first. Unfortunately, I had a box full of neutrals there by the looks of things. $16.36 takes the win. Jerry Sadler gets to lose out 18.69. All right, Darren Walsh taking on Dan Brioche. 16.83 pays 13.90. Tree counts and down. Green light for Darren. Green for Daniel. And eventually gets going. Oh dear. 6.23, 60 foot. So Darren Walsh way out in front. But breaks out by less than 100th of a second. Dan Brioche takes the win. Oh my goodness me. Well, first night nerves I think for Darren. It's his first race meeting and didn't lift off the gas. And as it is, Dan Brioche is in through the next round. Right, last pair. Steve Stone with the Golf taking on Morgan Wilson with the misdemeanor Havoc Beetle. Well, Emmy's still out in front. Still out in front. And stays in front. That's a double breakout, actually. 600ths for Emmy. But 1200ths for Steve. Sorry, it is Morgan that goes through.
1793.
You had it and you choked. What? Lift, Darren! Lift! Lift, for God's sake! What do you mean?
You were way ahead of him.
Doesn't mean anything. Whatever. It's all right.
Whatever.
It's all right.
His birthday, don't care.
It's okay.
16-year-old.
He's got a win now.
What happened? Why did you sit on the line for 6 seconds?
I stalled.
Stalled
I
it.
stalled it. I quickly turned the gear and just fucking blasted it. I was like, I had the ropes too low. I didn't give it no revs because obviously I've got first gear issues. I know what to do now next time. Give it a little bit of revs, just not have it ticking over and trying to pull away.
Oh well, you move on to the next round.
Lucky, very lucky.
Who have you got next?
Either Morgan or Steve.
Morgan.
Oh, very good.
Paul Robinson knocks out Mr. Crawford. Good race, good race.
He broke out massively.
Yeah, lots of people breaking out in the second round. Oh, well. You know who you got next?
No, Martin.
Okay, we move on to VW Sportsman then. Eliminations, round number 3 for them. Martin Ayton and Paul Robinson both get green lights. So, 1590 the dial for Martin, 1469 for Paul. As they approach the stripe, is it going to be Martin? No, it's not. Got there first, but he broke out, went too quick. So, Paul Robinson takes that one, 1474. Next pair, Jerry Sadler and Phil Jones. Another one of these races. Whoever wins this gets into the semi-finals where they get a bye into the final. All right, both of them get green lights. Jerry Sadler, 1591. Phil Jones, 1445. Half track, Jerry way ahead, but here comes the extra speed that Phil's got. But has he got enough? No, 1598. Well judged run there for Jerry Sadler. And you're going to see Jerry in the final, assuming he can break the beams under power in the semis. Right, Dan Brioche. My goodness me, dodged a bullet in the previous round when Darren broke out. Going alongside Morgan Wilson. So Morgan gets a green and she's looking for a 1780. Dan Brioche, off he goes, 13.90. And you can see Dan drawing alongside Morgan at the stripe there, lifts off the gas. But Dan Brioche, my goodness me, 1371, that's a massive breakout. He took the stripe by 0.38 of a second, went way too quick. Morgan Wilson is through to the semi-finals. Strange day, strange day. It's VW Pro. James Hodson, Phil Blogg. The dial-ins end, 1070 for James, 1150 for Phil. The caddy will be leaving first. There it goes. James Hodson in pursuit. Pretty much draws alongside at 1,000 foot. And on the brake lights. And yeah, it takes the win. James Hodson, 1084 against a loser, 1163. So James Hodson into the semis. All right, Jonathan Newell with the Lagster, the Cupra R, 12 seconds flat dial-in. And Lukey Boy with the Dragster, 842. Well, it's a territory that Luke, well, he hasn't been in before, but he's absolutely loving it there. The goal was initially to run an 8 with this car, and it's going so well, they're saying, can it run a 7? Oh, flies off the line. And the win goes to Luke Stevenson, 852 on a 42 dial. 12.25 for Jonathan Newell, not quite enough. Luke Stevenson is through to the semi-finals. And Luke is going to be getting a trophy today as he gets a bye to the final. Right, this is a bye run. Graham Fairhead. All he needs to do is break the beams. He dials in 11.15. And there goes Graham. He's through to the next round, takes it a little bit easy. Oh, what a weekend. I said it was a strange day, but what an epic day it's turned into. Right, VW Pro. James Hodson, Graham Fairhead. James dialing in 10.70, but half a second slower on his dialing. Graham Fairhead with a misfit, 11.20. He's going to be leaving first. Green light race between them. And that is Graham taking the win there, 11.38 against the lose-out, 10.92. Graham Fairhead into the final. Going to be racing this man, Luke Stevenson. He dials 11.42. Really? He's obviously not going to go on boost or anything on this one. He doesn't need to. Oh, he is. No, he's not. He's trying to coast to an 11.42. Is that what the plan is? Is there a bit of a sweepstake going on this? 13.59, he didn't break out. Well, look, he's into the final of VW Pro. Right, VW Sportsman, Morgan Wilson taking on Paul Robinson. $17.80 the dial-in for Morgan. $14.72 for Paul. At the VW Drag Day earlier on this month, Emmy pulled an absolute blinding run out. Absolutely spot on it was. I think it was 18.0000 whatever, but it was a cracking run. There she goes, Morgan Wilson. Going to be chased down by Paul Robinson. $17.88, not enough. $14.77 takes the win there. So it's Paul Robinson that is into the final. Going to be taking on this man, Jerry Sadler. He gets the bye run. As I say, predetermined. It wouldn't have been an opponent that had broken in the other lane. All right, dials in a 15.95. Gets a 15.97. Nice job there for Jerry. So here we go then. It is finals time. We have got, I think, 18 finals to run here. 7 of them are bike finals and 11 are car finals. This is the first one then. VW Sportsman, Jerry Sadler and Paul Robinson. Don't forget, they're all racing for a victory. Yeah, it is the trophy that is now awarded at SPRC events. The dial-ins then, 14.72 for Paul, 15.95 for Jerry. It's a green light drag race. Both go past the 1,000-foot marker, and the win light goes on for Paul Robinson, a 14.76 on a 72. Jerry got there first, but broke out by a country mile, 15.62 on a 95. So the winner, Paul Robinson, congratulations to him. VW Pro, Luke Stevenson is going to get a trophy. But is it going to be a winners or is it going to be a runners-up? Graham Fairhead was your number 1 qualifier. Luke Stevenson was the number 2. 11.20 the dialing for Graham. 8.42 for Luke. Off goes Graham. There goes Luke. Oh, it's going to be a tight one at the stripe. It is. Oh, 8.43 for a 42 for Luke Stevenson. But 11.34, a whole shot win in effect. Graham Fairhead, an 0.3 light, takes the win.